What is up, Shady Sports Network? I'm back here with a special guest from Brazil, Mr. Tyler Childress. Tyler, how you doing today?
I'm doing good, you all right?
I'm doing good myself, man. So, you're currently right out there in Brazil preparing for a playoff game. How have you been feeling about the season overall, and how would you assess your individual performance?
The way I feel about the season is the way I feel about every football season. I take every game and every opponent that we play, I don't underestimate anybody. I go into every game thinking that, anything can happen. So I always make sure I'm on my toes and I'm at my best. Individually, I think I did pretty good. We allowed no passing touchdowns all season through 10 games. I didn't have any interceptions this year, but maybe in the playoffs when we got some, some quarterback to play these, maybe I get some more balls on the majority of those 10 games. Quarterbacks weren't even looking my way. It was completely shut down on my side.
That's awesome, being able to dominate at that level. So, for people who are unfamiliar, talk about life in Brazil and kind of the level of competition you face on a daily.
Outside of football, the life in Brazil is like movies. It's fun. It's always something to do. Just make sure, that you're watching your back and, watch who you're dealing with and things like this. So pretty much any city you go to, outside the U.S., just always be careful about your surroundings. And as far as the competition, man, the competition level was pretty high. Everybody in Brazil takes the game of football, very seriously. And that's perfect for me because I take the game also very seriously.
Definitely. I'd like to hear that, you take it with pride and you kind of take it day by day. So you're from Dallas. So kind of take me back how a kid from Dallas, Texas ended up in Brazil, back to your high school days.
Well, I'm from Fort Worth. I was born and raised in Fort Worth, Texas. And then I ended up at Arlington High School. And that's where I graduated from. And pretty much how I got started, but just, this whole story is I actually got hurt in high school, man. I got hurt spring year, and I was out for the season. Off the table senior year. So I pretty much just became a student and was just, enjoying life out of football for a few years. I started working, going to work every day, doing what I got to do. And I was playing football almost 10 years. And flag football just, pretty much, honestly, man, I just got born. I had missed the feeling of contact and, being able to use my hands on folks and being able to be physical. I was missing that feeling. So I joined the football team, a semi-pro football team in Dallas called the and it was downhill from there, man. My first year back from playing football, I got hurt in 2011, and I started playing football again in 2020. And my first year back in football, I was dominating, man. I won Defense Player of the Year in that league I played in, the semi-pro league. So after that was over, I was at my apartment. I said, I feel like I can go up another level. And I made me a highlight tape. I made my own tape. I was laying in my bed and put all my clips together. And I sent it out to as many professional teams as I could until somebody got back to me, And the team that got back to me was Cardillos. And the coach said he needed a safety. And I went down there, I had the bold corner. That was no problem for me. I played all over the secondary. And I ended up making a roster. And I was the only guy on that roster with no college experience and no previous professional experience.
Man, that's an awesome journey, here from, not going playing college ball and, you're still a great player. So I think it's kind of a lesson to everyone that there's dogs in semi-pro, especially in Texas. I guess overall, when you went through that whole process, you were almost like your own agent. How did you know what to put in the highlight film, and how did you go about that process in creating a tape?
Help. Guys don't like asking for help. I asked you because I had known that in semi-pro, like, how did you get where you at? And I just did the exact same thing that I was being told. And people don't it's cost money. Those guys got to do. So they got to get paid to help you find a team. And I just felt like I didn't need an agent. I felt like all the agent does is talk to people for you. And I feel like I talk to people very well. I'm very nice, very friendly. I don't mind having a conversation with somebody about where I need to go next. So I had to have a lot of conversations with a lot of dudes. I got rejected a lot of times too. A lot of teams told me no, well, you didn't go to college. I've had coaches tell me, well, strictly the fact of I only want guys on my team with college experience. It really doesn't matter how good you are. If you didn't go to college, I can't have you on my team. Oh, you got to be ready to deal with stuff like that if you're going to, like you said, be your own rules.
Definitely, and like I said again, man, college experience doesn't matter at the end of the day as long as you can play football at a high level. So being in Brazil, you talked about, you being a good guy and being someone who you can have a conversation with, which I 100% agree with that sentiment. How do you interact with the fans and kind of build your own personal brand up playing overseas?
Well, a lot of people speak the language you speak. So the first thing you got to do is you got to get accustomed to new language. Because when people visit America for countries, we expect them to learn how to speak English. So when you go to the country, you can't expect a lot of people to understand you. So you really got to get accustomed to the language. And once you get accustomed to the language, you have to enjoy yourself and learn new things and meet new people. People will accept that just naturally. It's all over the world. But so, you can't go into it thinking, okay, well, since English, I'm not going to try to talk to anybody. I'm just, play out my contract and I'll go home. If you got that mindset, you're not going to get the full experience out of what you're doing, if you're not talking to nobody.
No, I think that's a great point that you made, communicating with people and kind of building your name and kind of networking. Networking is huge in today's world. So I guess with the playoffs coming up, that means the conclusion of the season is on the horizon. What are your goals for the next 2 to 3 years, both on and off the field?
My goal for the next 2 is pretty much living up until, my body I feel like I'm close to there, early next summer. So my body is kind of getting but I still feel like I got maybe left in me. I just want to get to the high level that God allowed me to get to, man. That's all I want to do.
Definitely. Well, Tyler, it's been great talking to you today. I learned a lot about what life is like over in Brazil and kind of how you went about your own journey. My final question for you is, what motivates you on a day-to-day basis?
On a basis is home, and what happens next. I don't family, my friends, I just want them to be proud of me. It's not a lot of people from my city that's doing what I do. So I just want to make sure that everybody watching.
1,000%. Well, Tyler, again, appreciate you taking the time out to talk to us today. Thanks everyone for tuning in. You can hit the like button, subscribe, go follow Tyler. He's on Facebook. You can get great content there, and make sure you go check out his team's playoff game. With that said, I wish everyone a good rest of the night, and I will see you back here very shortly.
I'm a game changer.